Hello, friends. It has been a hot minute since I've done a live. But to be honest, I haven't had a whole lot to share about. I could have been keeping myself busier, but it's really hard to concentrate and do other things. And I was so excited for samples to arrive. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you are someone who is like, if you're familiar with Camellia, if you're familiar with Style Finder, or you're a new follower, let me know in the comments. I'm going to do a live unboxing with you ladies of the new clothing line. So you're going to get a first look at all of this with me. I've talked about how I'm going to start creating some videos to talk a lot more about my journey and just everything that's taken to get to this point right here. I had some hard conversations this morning. Not like bad, but just, you know, those things that aren't fun about running a business. So, anyway, I'm super excited. So let me know. Hello. Let me know if you are like a longtime follower, new follower, how you came to this page. Give me all of the details. And I'm going to go ahead and open the package. So, let's see. I've been waiting all day for this. Of course, right? It was sent out over the holiday weekend. So it took even longer to get here because UPS was off yesterday. Fine, we'll give people their day of vacation. But let me know who's following. I saw Cynthia on here. Who else is on here live right now? Yay! Okay, so fair warning, all of the pieces are black. So you might be asking yourself, why do I keep talking about the word, or why do I keep talking about samples? Hello, Laura. Hi, Carol. Longtime Style Finder follower. Oh my goodness. Hi, Sherry. So what you'll have to make sure you do, I'm going to save this video. Make sure you hop over and follow Confidera because Style Finder is closed down now, so we don't have the boutique anymore. But this is going to be everything that you love from the boutique. We're bringing it into Confidera. Hello, Laurie. Yes, Aparna, I am so excited. Okay, I don't know what is what, so we're just going to go ahead and open. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 pieces, so we're starting with 4 different styles. Now, they're going to be that same material that you love, that ITY knit. I don't know why I'm being like so delicate with these packages. They're not going back in there. Hello, friend. Honey Fluff Puff. Oh my gosh, I love that name. That is so fun. A longtime follower from Style Finder. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm going to have to save this and then share this in the Style Made Simple group for my ladies over there at Style Finder. Ah, I love it. Okay. Does anyone recognize this top? So excited. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. It looks so, so good. Okay. I was wondering how they were going to close this. So it looks like they just did a simple stitch there. Okay, I'm going to have to try this on. He said that they were going to do some kind of extra closure in there to make sure that it stays closed. But I don't really notice that. And I'm thinking already, I'm going to have to see how it lays on the body. Because I'm already noticing as I hold it up here, it looks like there's like a fold backwards. So I'm definitely going to have to put this on the body and see how it lays. But this is everything that I love about the Surplice top before. Does anyone recognize this top? So I'm going to have it in black, cobalt, and ivory. One change that I did make was I did have them take off the extra material in the back. So that's one of the things that's different. You'll notice, I believe so. I have to try these on. So these are not actually sized. Like there's no fabrication material. Like there's no tag in here that says the size or the material. So I will have to confirm all of that with him. But also I won't know until I actually get all the pieces in if the sizing is going to be similar to Style Finder. We'll have to see how everything is when it gets in, because I'm feeling the material, like the material feels pretty similar might be a little bit different. So I'll have to ask exactly what the content of the material is. But you can see it is very similar to that like ITY knit that we've had before. So that's one. Let's see what else we have here. So you also will start to see a lot more of the style reels that you used to know and love. Now that I actually have clothing I can use, I'm going to have my friends come into my new studio space. I'm going to start filming a lot more style videos with them. I have almost every color in the front closure fits different on some of them. Yeah, because it's just a stitch that's closed. So I'll have to, so I'll have to see about this. And I talked to him about making sure that it lays and that it's not quite as open. And so I don't know if they just brought the fabric up further on the inside or if they have extra. So I'll have to see how this one lays on the body. But that is a really, really popular style that worked really well for us. So here, very similar to another style top that we had previously. One of the biggest differences though with this is, if you remember with the one that we carried at Style Finder, oh, this does have that half shelf. So I had asked to not have this half shelf. So this is something that I'm going to have to talk to them about, because I made the note I did not want this in here. I wanted it to be fully lined, because what happens with that half shelf is that it just kind of bunches up a lot. So I'm a little upset. I'm going to be honest, because now I have to make a change to this top, which means it's going to be longer for it to come in. I have to see how it lays on the body, but that was something that I talked about. I did leave them with a lot of different samples. There was another one that was really similar. So we'll have to see about that. I am not 100% thrilled, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. These other pieces should be good to go though. This one is just a super simple, it's just a fit and flare style dress. So it's really similar to kind of the Samantha dress that we've had previously. Or was it the Samantha? No, it was the Kirsten dress. It was the Kirsten dress. I know. And so we had talked about that, but there were so many notes. And so I am going to talk to them about that, because that was something that we had discussed. So I'm going to see how it lays, and that might be one thing that just gets delayed a little bit further. This is just a super simple dress, so there's really not a whole lot to it. But this one also, I see that they have the princess seams in it, which I asked to not have those. So this is another sample that we actually have to have remade again, which I'm kind of sad about. I'm going to try it on and see how it fits, but that was one detail we talked about not having on this. So I'm a little disappointed. We're kind of like not all the way there, but listen, this is what it takes to run a business, and you know, it's just trial and error. So these were things that we discussed, so I will have to give the manufacturer a call and say, hey, some of these things are not taken into account. And I'm really interested to see how the cardigan looks, because we talked about making some changes to the cardigan as well. So let's see if these changes were made or not. It looks like the changes were made for the cardigan. So I am happy about that. So we do have this, it's a really simple, just black cardigan, and you'll notice the bottom is a little bit different. So the cardigans we had previously had extra material at the bottom that I wasn't a huge fan of. I just felt like it really brought a lot of my clients down, especially the ones that are more petite. It just gives a lot of extra length. It's kind of that extra waterfall. It can work to your advantage. I wanted something that was just a lot simpler. So that's what this cardigan is. Just super simple. So those are the 4 pieces we have. So we have a cardigan, we have a dress, and we have 2 tops. So I chose these pieces specifically because I wanted you to be able to mix and match them. We also specifically chose colors that you can mix and match as well, like black, ivory, and cobalt. So now I'm going to hop off the live. So excited to receive the samples. A little disappointed that they're not exactly what I was hoping for, especially because it has taken so much time for them to get here. So now I have to make a phone call and see how this works now. Are they going to do another sample for me? Can they start production on the cardigan at least? Because this one I feel like is good to go. But I have to try on the tanks to make sure, especially the surplice, I have to see how that lays. So that's that. Yeah, I'm super excited, a little disappointed, but that's life. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. You got a little idea of what was to come. I have some changes that I have to make. Yeah, I'm super excited. I wish that it was a better unboxing. I wish that some of those things that I had mentioned and that we discussed were actually taken into account. But it looks like they really just exactly replicated the samples that I gave them, which isn't what we talked about, but they did make the change on the cardigan. So they did listen on that one. But anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to see if I can make a phone call since they're in LA. I probably can still catch them at work. So let me go ahead and do that because I want to get these changes made as soon as possible. But we are going to start pre-orders very, very soon. So I'm going to see what the next step is. We may go ahead and just start pre-orders, at least for the cardigan, because I know that this is good to go. But I'm going to call the manufacturer. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to talk to my partner, see what the best options are because we want to start getting these in your hands ASAP. I know. Who's excited? Who is excited to grab some of these pieces? I will tell you too, we are going to offer these at a fantastic price point as well for you ladies. I'm really, really excited. So please follow us online. Confidera is the Instagram. Yes, that is exactly why I chose this material. Someone said they would pack like a dream. That's why I chose this material because you can literally like ball it up and then take it and shake it and wear it. And so I chose this material on purpose. It would be really like basically wear, wet, ready, wash and wear. It doesn't take a lot. We talked about using some other fabrics. Some people had talked about wanting to use more natural fibers. These are synthetic, but the reason that I chose these specifically was I wanted more like ready to wear. I didn't want you to spend a lot of time caring for these pieces, ironing these pieces, steaming these pieces, paying attention to the carat tags. They're pretty foolproof when it comes to washing. So that makes me happy. I hope that makes you happy as well. So I got my samples in for the clothing line, Confidera Clothing. So make sure you go follow us on Instagram. I also created a Facebook page. We're going to get our website up really soon. I mean, the website is available. You can go to Confidera Clothing, but there's just nothing there. But yeah, so I got my samples in today. So I got a cardigan, I got my dress, and I have 2 tops. So I just did a quick unboxing. I'm going to share this video to my page so you can go back and watch it. But I'm going to go because, like I said, I got to talk to the manufacturer. There are a few changes that I want to make. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I will save this so you can go back and watch it. Thank you everyone so much for your support. I am so excited to get this line up and running. I want to get it to you ASAP. So let me go ahead and make that phone call. Hope you all have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.